Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we are watching Season 2, Episode 9 of Demon Slayer, kinda. It was complicated putting out the video last week because some people were calling it Episode 1 because it's Episode 1 of the Entertainment District arc, and some people were calling it Episode 8 because of the anime retelling of the Mugen Train arc, but since there was that first episode that was like an anime exclusive, I don't think there was a right answer, but, we tried our best. Last episode was insane, though. Like, an hour-long episode of Demon Slayer. Thank you.
Don't you wish they were all an hour long?
Every single one. Quick recap. We got a decent amount of information last episode. We saw Muzan as a child, keeping up his, I guess, persona, one of many. Hiding in plain sight a little bit.
Yeah.
He has a mission, or more specifically, he has Akaza trying to obtain the blue spider lily. We don't really know what that's for.
For reasons unknown to us.
It has to obviously give him something, more power, an advantage. I don't know. Something to win the battle or win the war. From TikTok's favorite daddy, Rengoku, we got the information of sun breathing being the first breathing technique, and all other breathing techniques mimic it, which is a massive lore and information drop that we had no idea of. I don't really know where we're going to go from that information-wise. Obviously, Tanjiro's like, oh, I know that now, and I'm just going to keep working harder,
and the
keep
book
getting
was all
stronger.
Ripped up,
yeah.
So it's not like he doesn't have a master that's going to teach him this. He doesn't have reference material anymore. I mean, Senjuro, Rengoku's little brother, said that he would try to restore the information and then give it to Tanjiro. So hopefully that can happen. But, I mean, I saw that book and it was like...
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to be able to restore it. I feel like the only way to get that information now is probably Rengoku, Father Rengoku. He probably has it memorized. I would think that after it was said before that he would pour himself over that and he would just read it and read it and read it and read it and read it. So in my mind, he probably has it memorized, and to possibly coax the information out of him, maybe Tanjiro made a good impression.
Maybe, but good point in saying that, because at the end of last episode, we did see a little bit of, I don't know if you could call it growth or just a step in the right direction when Daddy Rengoku put down the drink and started mourning the loss of his amazing son. And I hope that gives him a good footing and basis to go on and try to take care of himself, as well as give us information about sun breathing and the lore behind it. What Tanjiro could do next, maybe.
I mean, it just could be the situation where all areas that Tanjiro could possibly be learning this from come up dry, and he kind of develops it, and it comes out all on its own.
Yeah.
In battle, in heated moments, in moments where it is vital for him to fight for his life. It could be that. Maybe that's the plot, that no one can help him with this.
Maybe he has more memories of his dad and some things that he said that would perhaps pertain to sun breathing.
I feel like his dad was constantly planting little seeds in his past, in his childhood, to help with this. So maybe there's other ones. Maybe there's things Tanjiro never even noted as something of significance in his childhood that he's gonna call upon later on.
Yeah. Other than that, 4 months passed. Our boys got some training done. They're buff.
They're buff.
And we had this little scene of Tanjiro and Nezuko doing their own mission, which was really cool, in a mountain shrine. Really glad to see that. And then Tanjiro returned to the Butterfly Mansion to see something. That's the only way I can describe it. I saw a lot of gifs of something.
Many gifs. I think that was most people's
takeaway.
takeaway from the last episode, yeah.
And during that interaction, we got Zenitsu and Inosuke's crazy, flashy entrance.
Yes, that was epic.
Yeah, and they are going forward onto this mission in the Entertainment District arc with the Sound Hashira. And other than that, I really don't know much more.
The only thing I know is that the Sound Hashira wanted to take girl demon slayers.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it was more than just him being a pervert. That was why.
Like a point for the mission.
A point for the mission. Like it was easier to, because he said they need to infiltrate.
Yeah.
I feel like he wanted women for infiltration. That it would be more successful, easier if they were female. So I think they're getting themselves, for the sake of saving Ao, I think they're getting themselves into something.
Yeah, I want to see the Sound Hashira fight. His, like, swords look like they're connected and could be, like, nunchucks.
I'm trying to imagine how he would do it like that. Because, like, with nunchucks, they're, like, shorter, and I don't know how long his swords are.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see, like, what his techniques will be.
Or what sound looks like when it's animated.
Yeah.
That's a big thing I want to see.
All right, I'm ready. You?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Of course, Zenitsu is like...
Whoa, cool art. That looks like some manga shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's a god.
Good question. Good question. Huh?
The god of flashiness. The god of festivals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see his face?
Yeah. Gonna have
You
to
better
keep up.
That was mimicking the Mugen Train arc.
Whoa.
I can't wait to get his past.
It seems sad, eh?
Yeah.
He was a shinobi, right?
Mm-hmm. Is Zenitsu always going to be asleep? Is there going to be a day and time where he's awake and he fights?
I'm not sure. Maybe we could get some sort of, like, he actively, consciously controls when he goes to sleep, and he's more aware of it.
Like, it could be, like, a word, like a hypnosis word.
Yeah.
That he uses.
Okay, here we go.
Infiltrating the Entertainment District.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
What did he see? Oh, what did he see?
He's so overwhelmed.
Never seen anything like this.
A town of night swirling with love and hate. Perfect place for Tengen.
Too many?
Oh no. Oh no. This is his, like, kryptonite right here.
よく見とくんだな。ここはな、昼は眠りに落ちて、鬼にはうってつけの場所だろ。
It is.
Yep.
大抵貧しさや借金なんかで売られてくる。その代わり、衣食住は与えられ、遊女にも位があるが、最高位の花魁っていうのは別格で、それぞれの店が時間も金もかけた稼ぎ頭。特別な女だ。
They have them everywhere, huh?
My first thought was this could have been Kanao's life.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
まず俺の嫁を探せ。俺も鬼の情報を探るから。とんでもねえ話だ。自分の個人的な嫁探しに部下を使うとは。はあ？あんたみたいにキメを着てるってやつはモテないでしょうとも。だからしかし、
Zenitsu has some feelings.
俺の嫁が遊郭に潜入して鬼の情報収集に励んでんだよ。定期連絡が途絶えたから
A wife?
俺も行くんだっての。これがカラス経由で届いた手紙だ。
かなり長い期間潜入されてるんですか
？3人いるからな、嫁。
3 wives?
Zenitsu's gonna hate your guts now forever. I see what their dynamic is going to be now.
Yeah. Don't you think there something might come of it?
Yeah. Like he's going to be
a student teacher.
Sugoku, I don't know. Yes, that's what I'm here for.
俺の嫁は3人とも優秀な女忍者、くのいちだ。俺が客として潜入した時、鬼の尻尾はつかめなかった。だから客よりももっと内側に入ってもらったわけだ。
失礼いたします。ご入り用のものをお持ちいたしました。
Dress up time! Tanjiro is the only one on his best behavior.
Yeah. Inosuke's tongue just like...
He's disguised himself. He has his hair down.
I love it. I love his hair down.
Definitely picked the more obedient one, I agree.
Said Sumiko employed. Is that like his alias? I like that visual.
I'm surprised Inosuke doesn't look better with the makeup, since they said he had such a pretty face.
Yeah.
Maybe because Inosuke seems to have no manners or something?
Inoko.
Is this a weird idea that maybe Zenitsu won't get picked and then he stays with the Sound Hashira?
Maybe. She doesn't. Inosuke doesn't need to do anything to make a beautiful woman.
I was about to say, they say Inosuke has such a pretty face. It's good they have their crows.
Do they have pictures, you think, of what the wives
do they have
look like?
pictures of the wives?
Is that Zenitsu?
Angry playing.
I love, like, the visual of his mist right now.
Dynamic, flashy, you see?
Seems to have a good
A
ear.
good ear. They have a great dynamic.
Agreed.
Do it! Become number one.
Prove him wrong.
Carries them
Carries
all
them
in
all
one
at
go.
once, yeah.
What does that mean?
Run away without paying debts.
Mm. Did a man kidnap her?
Maybe a demon.
Or a lead she had? Sister?
Older sister. Where's Nezuko?
True.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, yes. Is he worried?
He's not used to wearing clothes. Makio. God, he's gorgeous. Okay, Nosuke.
What a quiet girl. You're doing so well, Inosuke.
I'm so proud.
So well.
Oh no.
Is he gonna interrupt?
Oh no.
Is that the end?
No.
No! Oh my gosh. What if they're all... It's definitely a demon caught all of them. Definitely.
Oh no. Dude. If Inosuke is the one who finds Makio, which it looks like is about to happen, I'm scared for Inosuke if it's actually an upper level demon. Do you think
if he plays his cards right, the demon might flee back, you know?
Yeah.
After it.
But they still might need to, like, be undercover because we only know of 2 of the wives' names right now, and we know one of them's missing. You know? Do you think that the demon is definitely the Oran that we saw come in really slowly, that everybody, like the crowd, was gathered around?
That's the one that Tanjiro's with.
Is it?
Was that not the
It
same
might be.
one? I
It
think
might
it was
be.
the same one.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the demon. I think that's a human.
ここで大将こそこそ噂話。ピンスはなんだかんだ三味線が気に入ってかなりの腕前になったみたいですよ。お、取り切りは怖いから遊びに行きたい。善逸は可愛がられてるって聞いたけどな。吉原一の花魁目指す。次回第3話何者？
So, I don't know if you saw it, but during the outro, it looked like they showed the master when he was younger meeting the Sound Hashira.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And his face wasn't as purple as it is now. It was only really on one eye.
Yeah.
Huh. So it must be, maybe it's an illness or something that's like taking over his face with time, or I think we might have speculated. It doesn't look like he's blind there, right?
No, and if he is, it doesn't at all look to the extent that we see him now. Do you think that it has something to do with like the ability to communicate and control crows? Do you think that it's an ability that takes a toll on you? Do you think he got into a fight like he
In my
with a demon?
opinion, right now, it's either like an actual illness or it's like a demon. Something happened in a battle with a demon.
Yeah. I mean, we know like Tanjiro's scar seems to be changing, right? His whatever affliction could just change with age. It could change with, whatever.
Makes you wonder how young he is there and then how old he is to where we know him now.
I mean, Uzui's look here looks similar to how we see him today, as opposed to his like flashbacky scene in the intro, you know, or with his hair down, looking all gorgeous.
The hair down was a great surprise. Okay,
Yeah.
discussion?
Yeah, discussion. Okay, that was episode 9 of Demon Slayer, or episode 2, however you want to call it.
They called it episode 2 at the beginning of this.
Yes.
On the screen.
I am very hype for this upcoming arc. It's
This is gonna be awesome.
It's so tense already. Like I feel
First real introduction to the infiltration.
Yeah.
And we already basically have found out that one of the wives is definitely in a bad situation.
One of them is missing, and then the third we don't know anything about yet, correct?
Do you think that the diary was forged or the person that read it was a demon? And so they said that is what it said.
I think that either the diary is forged or like there's specific writing in it that is like hidden in code. Like, you know.
I mean, I'm
hidden
sure she
context.
was talking about, if she was writing a diary, she was probably talking about Uzui as her husband, being like, I love a man.
Yeah.
And they might have just assumed based on her disappearing and the fact that there's a diary talking about how much she loves someone that she's writing to, that she misses, that they would just assume that she ran off with him. So maybe she didn't like actually say in it that she was going to.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was like, I can't wait to get out of here when we can be together again, you know?
Yeah.
But
so
like,
people
I don't know
took
if
that
she
and ran
would
with it.
be doing that. She's like undercover.
Yeah. I think the whole like dynamic of like the, I guess, hierarchy in the city is, or like among Oran, like, and there is something called an ashinuke of like somebody running away without paying their debts. What debts do you think? Do you think they like actually have like a credit that they work up, like a tab kind of thing, or do you think it's just being like, you know, an Oran in the city that you have some sort of debt already put on you?
It might be that people sell off their kids in order for their working is paying off the parents' debt. Possibly. Not quite sure.
We learned that Uzui's wives are all kunoichi and brilliant ninja. I wonder if they come from his shinobi village or not.
Huh.
I think that could be cool. I wonder how skilled they are. I wonder why they aren't demon slayers themselves. You know, maybe they are.
You know, that is a really great question. That didn't even cross my mind of... Obviously, we won't know because they're dressed in normal clothing because they're undercover.
Yeah.
But obviously we haven't seen any imagery in the intro or outro of them in Demon Slayer uniforms. Maybe they were with him before he joined. Like, maybe he was already married to them. Maybe they were already around, and they're more just kind of like him as a Hashira. They're kind of just his posse. They aren't like, I mean, they're his wives. They aren't fighting individual battles. They're helping him.
Yeah.
So, I have no clue if that would mean that they're actual Demon Slayers or not.
I am interested in seeing, you alluded to it, like his backstory a little bit. I think that will be very, it seems sad, but it seems like everything in the show can make me feel sad.
Yeah.
Because of the way that it's written and how compelling it is. How do you like Uzui's and Zenitsu's relationship?
I think it has potential. I feel like Tanjiro and Rengoku kind of got this like time where it felt like if Rengoku had lived, then Tanjiro would have learned a lot under him and he would have taken him on. And then I'm feeling that there's this dynamic that's been created between Uzui and Zenitsu, and I could just be imagining things, but I feel like they've created an emphasis on them too. Yeah. And their feelings about each other, their interactions.
That's the feeling I get.
Especially from Zenitsu's side of things. Like, his anger at wanting to become the top there to kind of rub it in the face of Uzui, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like there is potential there. I was kind of sad that he wasn't, like, actually rejected. I thought maybe if he was rejected, he would have more time with Uzui and kind of learn under him. But it makes sense. He had to be undercover too. He had to.
Definitely.
It's good he had a reason. Like, it's like, okay, Inosuke, pretty face. Tanjiro, hard worker, obedient.
Yeah.
Zenitsu,
crazy
instruments.
Skills. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
So that's entertainment, right? Playing music for people. So he has a talent that fits in with this world.
I'm really glad that you brought it up because it's immediately what I thought of, but I didn't think about saying it. When we were learning about the whole dynamic of people being sold off and you brought up the Kano, I was like, oh my god, yeah. Like, that's, like, I wonder if that was what they alluded to her life being. You know?
I'm surprised. Well, okay, never mind. Shinobu would not have let her go. I was about to say, I'm surprised she didn't go as a younger female demon slayer, but she is the Sugoku of Shinobu, and so that means that Shinobu probably has like final say of the missions that Kanao goes on.
Yeah.
So, but she probably would have been really good for this. She is quiet. She always is watching and listening.
Yeah.
She's obedient. I think that she would have been great at infiltrating.
Definitely.
And she's also very cute, so they wouldn't have had to do anything to make her look better.
It seems like the makeup made everybody look worse.
I know.
Tanjiro.
They were like, didn't they say that the makeup was horrible?
For Inosuke.
Especially for Inosuke, because, I mean, they don't even really have makeup on Inosuke right now because of how naturally pretty he is.
We have Sumiko is Tanjiro's name.
Yes.
Inoko is Inosuke's. I don't know what Zenitsu's is.
Zenitsu's. But I'm glad you caught what their names were, because I didn't really catch that. Like, I heard it, but it didn't, like, stay in my head.
So who do you think, like, do you think the demon that's seemingly torturing or interrogating Makio right now is an upper 3? Or do you think it's, like, a lower level? It doesn't, like, it could be more than one demon, you know?
So, I think that Uzui kind of set the tone by bringing up that it could be an upper rank in charge of everything. And I think that if an upper rank has gone this long, kind of settled so comfortably in an area, if a demon has gone so long comfortable in an area filled with humans, that means they have to have a great deal of control and communication and lots of other things. Very strong. So it just makes sense that it would be an upper.
Yeah.
And I think from when they showed us silhouettes before that there might have been one that looked like had the hair like that, like the shape.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I like in one of the flashbacks like of the, Kizuki. You mean? It looked like there was one with that kind of hair.
Yeah, when they showed them kind of all shadowy, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder where this demon fits in to like this hierarchy. If she like is like a wife to, a rich man, if she like is in charge of one of these businesses, if like she's on a personal level potentially with Suma or Makio or the other wives, and it is putting up like a farce and has like a fake identity,
She either needs to be, what is the top Orion? Like the top woman.
It just said like one the best Oron, I think.
Okay.
If they did put a name, I missed it, I think.
Well, the demon would either be the best, the prettiest, the most
top tier.
The top tier, and then all the others would look up to her, and I think that the demon could use that to get more information from them, kind of pick the girl that at the time that they think would be the most likely to leave.
Yeah.
From having those nice conversations with them, portraying themselves as this listener, this sweet person to the girls. But you got to think about it. They can't just be disappearing the girls that are in the house they're in.
Yeah.
Because that would just be suspicious. So they have to somehow have ties to the other.
That's what I'm saying, because like
places in the district. The other maybe they have subordinates.
Maybe
that have infiltrated the other houses and can like give them information of what girl to pick, I guess, to disappear.
The fact that like we saw the demon asking about the notes, about the letters, it makes me feel like, okay, they had to have some in that would seem comfortable enough with Suma or Makio to like get acceptance or entrance into one of their rooms to be able to see these kind of things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the demon doesn't seem like they necessarily have a mission, right? Like, the last we saw Akaza, he has a mission for Muzan right now. But if this is an upper 3 demon, then it's like, who are you sending these letters to? I don't want you to send letters. Like it seems like they are maintaining a life right now here. Or,
Yeah, it seems like some of the demons that we've seen, like, Akaza is probably more just like, go with the wind, go where Muzan sends them. It doesn't seem like Akaza has like a permanent job, but this demon, I'm sure Muzan's like, you're killing enough people, so keep at it. To think that a demon has infiltrated a ginormous source of people.
Yeah.
And able, in a context where they can take people without other people questioning it. Why would Muzan send her on any missions?
Very
this
true.
is a great setup.
It is. I mean, and there's literally excuses written down for disappearance of women, right?
Yeah.
That does not mean that there's a demon or...
And it's like a nice, she ran away with the man she loves, Like, that would... If anyone thought of a girl they knew disappearing, and that would be their thought. And that's a nice thought. That's a pleasant thought. That they got out of here and someone loved them enough to get them out of here. Even though they left behind their debts. And that's not okay. But someone loved them. Unfortunately, they're probably dead.
Yeah. I hope that we get to see more Nezuko. I don't know where she is right now. Probably in the Wisteria household, but I wonder how much help she could be right now. Like, in how communicative she could be, how,
Well, I thought that since she's so beautiful and so quiet, and that she would want to protect the humans around her, and she obeys Tanjiro, or listens, not obeys. She obviously has her own will, but she listens to people. She's not just
coherent.
going to act on her own. She's kind of like a safe bet, other than the fact that, like, I don't know how well she would be able to control herself around that many humans without the muzzle. I don't know. Maybe
she
something
sees
would happen.
humans as family, right?
Yeah. So I think she'd probably be fine. And I'm kind of confused why they're not. Okay. I was hoping and wishing that Nezuko would be in the show more. I feel like she hasn't been in the show thus far enough for me.
Gotcha.
Like, I want her to be more involved, I guess, and not just kind of pop out for awesome fight scenes.
Yeah.
And for cute little brother-sister moments. I was hoping that she would kind of take on a new role in the show.
Mm.
And maybe she will in this season. I'm not sure. I think this is kind of the prime opportunity for her too, because all of the activity happens at night in this city. There's demons infiltrated already that seamlessly live with the humans. She's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
I think that this was kind of like a prime opportunity to have her play a bigger role. So maybe it's going to happen.
Yeah.
We don't know where I was not paying enough attention to see where the box was.
Yeah.
Normally I try to note where the box was and if it's left somewhere.
I think the last time we saw it was in the Wisteria house, but could be wrong. I also get what you're saying about, like, wanting Nezuko to have some...
She's a demon slayer.
Yeah. I was getting, like... So, there's a lot of similar patterns we see on clothing in this show. Like, we saw, at the end of that episode, I guess, like, cloth wrapped around Makio. And my first thought was, like, oh, the thick black lines on Makio's scarf kind of look like Nezuko's, like, clothing, as well as, like, the thick black in Muzan's eyes kind of thing. But I think that's just an art direction they like using. But I think that Nezuko could have more growth and not only power and fighting, but like more like vocal, you know.
That's what I want for her, and I feel like all of the characters have definitely gotten, I don't know. I think when I went into the show, I thought that she was going to be like this kind of prime character that was like right on the screen all the time, getting the attention with Tanjiro. And I'm like, give me more Nezuko. It's not enough.
I need some Uzui acknowledgement of Nezuko.
Because Rengoku acknowledged her for how many people she saved on the train and how well she did. Yeah, like that would be, well, for him to acknowledge her, she's going to have to be in this.
Yeah. Maybe we get new ability. Maybe we get more time with her. Maybe
the
anything.
box was left with Uzui. Maybe it's not at the Butterfly Mansion.
Maybe. No, not at the Wisteria house.
Wisteria house.
Remember the one that they found in the entertainment district?
Oh. So, yeah, she would be with Uzui then.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so. Or just at the house, you know, chilling.
Yeah.
Hanging out. Maybe she wanders off on her own.
She'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Look at all the lights.
All right. I think that's all I have for you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you next time.